The virtual Le Mans 24 hours started under good weather conditions that would continue throughout the weekend, unlike the real Le Mans. A jump start from pole position man Tom Dillman cost him an early drive-through penalty, but qualifying had showed that the number 4 Bicolles car would be a factor in the race. 93 Porsche was the lead car in a dominant qualifying performance from Porsche, but bad luck came their way early on, courtesy of contact from Fernando Alonso, whose car would later retire when out of fuel. Battles all the way up and down the order. Number 4 Bicolles car rubbing wheels with Williams Rebellion Esport as it came back up the order. A server crash and a red flag for half an hour led us back to safety car and then into racing conditions with 2C's Motorsport again in the front of the field. In the GT battle, Romain Grosjean's Corvette team were taking the battle to Porsche in the absence of challenges from Aston Martin, Corvette or Ferrari. Battling through the night and back into the day. This is the key at Le Mans, surviving the night time and having a chance to race on. Number 20 car, one of the most well-fancied cars, had problems and then it was retired from the race, but they too would rejoin when a second red flag period had the game being reset. Early front runners, number 16 Veloce Esport team, Norminato, Stoffel van Dorn and their teammates faded late in the evening as the race continued at a relentless and merciless pace into the early morning, and still 2C's Motorsport, the Bahraini team, dodging the bullet there as two of the Rebellion Williams Esports cars collided, one of them losing a wheel in a big shunt. Jack Keighley and his teammates just getting out of that one. So after our second red flag period, a little over 36 minutes, we went back to racing with the top 3 on the lead lap and almost nose to tail, covered by about 20 seconds, setting up a grandstand finale. Trouble in GT almost took out the second place Corvette. It was rattled against the barriers by an errant Ferrari, knocking a Porsche into it. Corvette came back into the action, challenging for an overall podium spot. And then in the closing stages, the number 4 car trying to find its way by the third-placed Rebellion Williams car and chase off to the leader. But by the time he managed to do so, his challenge had gone and the leader had saved just enough fuel to get to the end of the race. The battle for second place was not over. Mikko Romanidis again coming back at Yerny Simoncic and retaking second place. More trouble for the ill-fated 52 Ferrari that was Ferrari's real dark horse in the race and their only competitive challenger early on. They had no end of dramas. Corvette and Porsche battling just outside the podium positions. The factory Corvette team really coming here loaded for bear with pro drivers, 3 of them in each car against their sim racers. Third place in the overall GT rankings went to Romain Grosjean's Corvette, second to Aston Martin Racing, but victory in GTE went to the 93 Porsche Esports team. In the overall result, in third place, the number 13 Rebellion Williams car, after overcooking its defence of second, in the end it was a straightforward pass for Yerny Simoncic in the number 4 Bicolles car, but by that stage, the leader was 20 seconds up the road, and there was only 20 minutes left on the clock. And Romanidis was not finished. The Greek driver again taking the battle to Simoncic, and again it seemed the Rebellion Williams had just the edge in terms of top speed. Not in terms of grit or bravery, but a great move by Romanidis gave Simoncic room to survive, and Simoncic then dive-bombed him in the Porsche curves in one of the most outstanding moves of the race to move up into second. It was all too late though, and Nikodem Wisniewski was out front for the final hour and at the checkered flag. Rebellion Williams Esport claiming victory in the 24 hours of Le Mans Virtual. A remarkable achievement for a brand new race team in a hugely successful first virtual Le Mans race, with Porsche claiming GTE victory. Well, let's take a look at our results. Rebellion Williams Esport car number 1 finishing as our race winner. Just 17 seconds covered the top 2, 23 seconds covering the top 3 in the podium. And in our GTE field, behind most of our 30-strong LMP2 lineup, we had victory for the pole sitters for the 93 Porsche eSport team. Aston Martin Racing's Dane Train, the 95 car, finished second, and a Corvette in third, courtesy of R8G Motorsports car number 80. Breathless action from start to finish. Was it a real Le Mans? Yes, in every appreciable aspect, it was as real as Le Mans gets. A staggering achievement from the first ever 24 hours of Le Mans Virtual. And